Hey kids, today we're going to talk about long division. I have a problem here. This is 4,531 divided by 21, okay? Now when I teach long division, I talk about comparing, multiplying, subtracting, and bringing down. They're the four steps that we use when we're dividing, okay? At least the four steps that I try to teach. Compare, multiply, subtract, bring down. And I created a goofy little saying that will help you remember that. Cookie Monster sank his boat. Cookie Monster sank his boat. Okay, compare. All right, that's the first step. So what we're going to do now, we're going to compare 21 to 4. All right, and this is smaller than 21. So I mean, when this is smaller than this number, I just go ahead and go to the next number, okay? So now we're going to compare 21 to 45 instead, okay? So we're going to compare them, all right? And this is what you do when you compare them. You just ask yourself, what number do I put up here, all right? What number times 21 gets me closest to 45 without going over? What number times 21 gets me to 45, as closest to 45 without going over. All right, well, that is a 2. And the 2 doesn't go over the 4 because we're not comparing the 4, we're comparing the 45. So it's very important that you put the 2 right above the 5. All right, so that's comparing. Now we're going to multiply, right? And that equals 42. 2 times 21 equals 42. Now we're going to subtract, all right? That equals 3. Now our last step is to bring down, all right? Bring down one number at a time. Don't bring down two numbers, all right? So there we go. So now we start the process all over again, because we got some empty spaces up here we have to fill. I mean, the answer is not 2, so we got to go back and start our comparing, all right? Compare, multiply, subtract, bring down. Cookie Monster sank his boat. So we're going to cookie. All right, so what number, all right, times 21 gets me closest to 33 without going over? Well, it's a 1. If you said 2 times 21 is over 33, so it can't be a 2. It has to be a 1. All right, so let's multiply it out. 1 times 21 is 21. We're going to subtract that, and that equals 12. All right, start the process all over again. Or actually, we forgot to bring down the 1. Sorry. All right, bring down the 1. Because after you subtract, you got to bring down, right? After you subtract, you have to bring down, all right? So I got ahead of myself there a little bit, all right? So now that we brought down, now we're going to go back up and compare. Compare what? The 21, compare it to the 121, all right? So what number right here times 21 gets me closest to 121 without going over? If you go over and you put a 6 up here, it's going to mess you up, all right? We need to put a 5 because 5 times 21 gets me as close as I can to 121 without going over. All right. Now, again, if you put a 6 up here and multiply it, this number would be too big. If you put a 4 up here, all right, then you're not going to get close enough, and that's going to mess you up too. This number has to be a 5. All right. We subtract. And there's nothing else to bring down. There's nothing here to bring down. All right. So we're almost finished. Okay. Last year, you would have put R16, all right? You would have went R16, and we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to stop doing that. Instead, we're going to take this 16, and we're going to make it a numerator. We're going to take whatever number's here. It's a 21 now, and we're going to make that the denominator. Now you're finished. So 4,531 divided by 21 equals 215 with a remainder of 16 over 21, okay? Hopefully this will help you. Comparing, multiplying, subtracting, bring down. Cookie Monster sank his boat. This is really easy to do, especially after you've done it many times. okay? And that's about it. So thank you for watching.